The markets work based on accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. But what is A.M.D? Accumulation is when price is simply just consolidating. Manipulation is when we run the liquidity above the accumulation. And finally, distribution is the shorting of the market. So this right here is our accumulation. This right here is the manipulation, where we're running the buy side liquidity above the accumulation. And finally, this is the distribution, where we're looking at shorting price to the downside. In general, accumulation tends to take place during the Asia session. Manipulation tends to occur during the London session, and the distribution tends to take place during the New York session. But here's the thing, if Asia session impulsively moves to the downside, this is what we call an expansion in price. And because Asia has distributed in price, what we can then expect is the London session to then consolidate and accumulate. And therefore, we would expect the manipulation to occur during the New York session and to then distribute in price after. So therefore, London would have accumulated. So we then expect New York to manipulate this accumulation, and then we can look at taking part in the distribution phase during the New York session. So by simply looking at the Asian session, we can then predict future price movements of the following sessions. And if Asia consolidates, we expect London to manipulate, and therefore New York to distribute in price. So if the Asia session distributes in price, we then expect the following session, which is the London session, to accumulate, like so. And therefore we expect the New York session to actually manipulate the London session accumulation, and then we expect distribution during the New York session. Now let's break down a trade using all of these concepts I've just taught you. You can see right here the Asian session has accumulated. Therefore, during the London session, we expect manipulation. We understand that there is sell-side liquidity resting below the Asia session low. So we need to see some form of manipulation, and then we can look for a potential long trade on this market. You can see right here we manipulate during the pre-London hours. And all that we're simply waiting for is a bullish confirmation during the London session. Just for clarity, the Asia session is between 7 p.m. and 12 o'clock midnight. This is UTC -5. This is New York time. The London session is between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. You can see we confirm bullish right here, so we can enter on the break of this candle high with invalidation below the liquidity sweep, targeting either a 1 to 2 or a 1 to 3 risk to reward. So we're triggered long right here. Asia has accumulated, London has manipulated, and now we're looking for a distribution in price. You can see right here during the London session, this trade hits take profit for a 1 to 3 risk to reward. So putting this into perspective, this right here is your accumulation. This right here is your manipulation, and this right here is your distribution in price during the London session. If you want to learn more about this extremely profitable trading system, then make sure to join my free Discord. The link is in the description down below for my free analysis and my free course.